Dan Willis here, and we're talking about NCO Financial, a third-party independent debt collector. And the first important note here is we are not affiliated or associated with NCO Financial. And if you're getting contacted by them or have them on your credit report, you may see them appear as NCO, NCO Group, NCO Financial Systems. Here's the key. When it comes to this, and let us go ahead and first share, they're based out of Horsham, Pennsylvania, and this is how it works. They bought the collection rights for your debt from the original lender or from another collection agency. On rare occasion, they may actually be working with that original lender to collect payment from you. So here's the thing. When it comes down to actually dealing with them, if you're getting harassing phone calls, threatening letters, you name it, the very first step is to check the statute of limitations. For most consumer debts, you're not responsible legally for repayment forever. In fact, most consumer debts have about a 7-year time window for which you are legally responsible for payment. The first step is to validate your debt. You should do this by writing and using certified mail. That way you'll have receipt that they received it. But what debt validation does is it'll make NCO Financial prove to you, provide you with the legal evidence that they in fact own your account, that they are they can collect payment for it. They have ownership of it. And if they cannot prove it to you, then that debt you're no longer legally responsible for, and they have to notify the credit bureaus to have them correct that. But let's go ahead and assume that your debt's legit, that it's within the time window. The very next step is to negotiate to settle, make a settlement payment for much less. If you have $1,000 debt, they may have purchased that for pennies on the dollar, like $100 or less. None of these are just example numbers, but debt collectors purchase debts, whether it be NCO or another company, for just pennies on the dollar. This means they are more than happy to accept a settlement for less payment, but big star, big asterisk, big caveat, please don't just pay them. Even if you're paying them for less, do not just pay them. Because here's the thing, if you have a collection on your credit report and you just pay them, all that's going to do is turn into a paid collection. A paid collection on your credit report is not a positive item. That's not building your credit. That's still a negative, derogatory, damaging item. If you happen to have them on your credit report, so in exchange for your payment, you need to get them to agree as an exchange for your payment that they'll stop reporting your account information to the 3 major credit bureaus, and this will enable you and empower you to remove that derogatory, negative, damaging item from your credit report. And if you have, NCO Financial already on your credit report, this is how you go about removing that damaging item. You have to file a dispute with all 3 of the major credit bureaus, assuming that it's on all 3 of your credit reports. And the FCRA Fair Credit Reporting Act entitles you and gives you the right to dispute any item on your credit report that you believe is inaccurate, questionable, incorrect, you name it. And what the credit bureaus are going to do is once they first, and this is the big stumbling block, once they first find your dispute valid, then they'll conduct an investigation. They'll contact NCO Financial and ask them for verification that your debt actually exists. And if they've agreed to stop reporting it in exchange for your payment, then they won't verify the debt. And then the credit bureau, during their investigation, that debt won't be verified. And by law, that same law, the FCRA Fair Credit Reporting Act, that item must be removed from your credit report if it's not verified, validated, and all that. So if you'd like to know some more about how to deal with NCO Financial, some debt validation letters, and more, we'll include a link in the description below to an article at our website for some more tips. This is Dan Willis. Please subscribe and join our congregation. Please visit the link in the description below to check out some more at our website and sign up for a free report, the 7 super simple steps to clean credit. Please have a fantastic day and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.